Seattle, 1963. 5 black belt karate instructors burst through the door of Bruce Lee's martial arts school. They're not here to train. They're here to fight. Your kung fu is fake. Prove it works. Fight all of us. Bruce looks at the 5 men, then at his fiancée Linda watching in horror from the corner. He turns back to the intruders. You want all 5 at once? Or one at a time? They laugh. All 5. Right now. 4 minutes later, all 5 are on the floor. And Bruce's life changes forever. This is the story of the most violent confrontation in Bruce Lee's American career, the dojo invasion that almost got him arrested, that traumatized his future wife, and that proved Jeet Kune Do worked against multiple attackers. This wasn't a friendly sparring match. This was a gang assault. And Bruce Lee defended himself, his students, and his school against impossible odds. No one who witnessed this fight ever doubted Bruce Lee again. This is what really happened. 1963. Bruce Lee has been in Seattle for 4 years, running his Junfan Gung Fu Institute near the University of Washington. He's 23 years old, gaining a reputation as a skilled martial artist and teacher. His students include college kids, professors, and local martial artists curious about his methods. But not everyone is happy about Bruce's success. The local karate community, dominated by Japanese and Okinawan styles, views Bruce with suspicion and hostility. Their complaints: Bruce is teaching non-Chinese students, breaking tradition. He's teaching women, unheard of in traditional martial arts. He's criticizing classical styles publicly, disrespectful. He's claiming his Jeet Kune Do is superior, arrogant. The tension has been building for months. Bruce has been invited to several karate schools to demonstrate his technique's thinly veiled challenges. Bruce always declines. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. But one karate school takes it personally. Their sensei, a Japanese instructor named Takeshi, name changed, teaches traditional Shotokan karate. He runs a strict, militaristic school. He's heard Bruce say in interviews, classical karate is too rigid. Too many forms. In a real fight, it doesn't work. Takeshi considers this an insult to his life's work. He decides Bruce needs to be taught a lesson. October afternoon, 1963. Bruce is teaching a class at his school. About 12 students are present, practicing Chi-Sao, sticky hands drills. Linda Emery, Bruce's girlfriend and future wife, is sitting in the corner doing homework. She often studies at the school while Bruce teaches. Suddenly, the front door slams open. 5 men stride in. They're all wearing karate GI uniforms with black belts. They're in their mid-20s to early 30s, fit, confident, aggressive. Leading them is Takeshi's top student, a man named Ken, name changed, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, 3rd-degree black belt. The class stops. Everyone turns to look. Ken addresses the room loudly. Which one of you is Bruce Lee? Bruce steps forward. I'm Bruce Lee. Can I help you? Ken looks him up and down with contempt. You're the one saying karate doesn't work? That kung fu is better? Bruce stays calm. I never said karate doesn't work. I said classical styles have limitations. That includes kung fu. That's why I created Jeet Kune Do to go beyond limitations. Sounds like excuses to me, Ken says. Our sensei sent us here to test you. If your kung fu is so great, prove it. Fight us. Bruce's students bristled. This is an invasion. A challenge. Disrespectful and dangerous. Bruce remains calm. I don't fight to prove anything. If you want to learn, you're welcome to stay. If not, please leave. Ken smiles coldly. We're not leaving until you prove kung fu works. Fight us, all 5 of us. Right now. Linda stands up from the corner, frightened. Bruce, call the police. Bruce shakes his head slightly at her. Then looks back at Ken. You want to fight all 5 against me? That's right. Unless you're scared. Bruce looks at his students. Everyone outside, now. His students hesitate. Sifu, we should help. No, outside. Linda, you too. Linda refuses. I'm not leaving you. Bruce knows there's no time to argue. He turns to face the 5 karatekas. They're spreading out, trying to surround him. The school is small, maybe 30 feet by 40 feet. Wooden floor. Training equipment along the walls. Not much room to maneuver. Bruce positions himself with his back to the wall, preventing them from surrounding him completely. Smart tactics. Ken signals his group. They all assume fighting stances, deep, classical karate stances. Fists chambered at their sides. Last chance to apologize, Ken says. For what? Bruce replies, for disrespecting karate. I'll apologize after you prove it works. Come on, Ken attacks first. He launches a straight punch, textbook karate reverse punch, powerful and fast. Bruce slips it with minimal movement. As Ken's punch passes, Bruce traps Ken's extended arm with one hand and lands a straight punch to Ken's face with the other, not full power, but enough to snap his head back. Ken stumbles backward, shocked. That was so fast. The other 4 charge simultaneously. This is when it gets chaotic. One attacker throws a roundhouse kick. Bruce ducks under it. Another grabs for Bruce's arm. Bruce uses Wing Chun trapping controls the grabbing arm, strikes the attacker's throat, pulled, not full contact, then sweeps his leg. The attacker crashes into the wooden dummy, which topples over with a loud crash. The third attacker tries a spinning back kick, an advanced technique. Bruce sees it coming, steps offline, and as the attacker spins around off balance, Bruce lands a side kick to his chest. The attacker flies backward into the wall. A shelf of training equipment falls, clattering to the floor. Ken recovers and attacks again, this time with a combination punch, front kick. Bruce slips the punches and catches the front kick mid-air. He sweeps Ken's standing leg. Ken crashes to the floor hard. Linda is screaming from the corner. Stop! Someone call the police! But the fight doesn't stop. The 5 karatekas keep coming. They're trained fighters, tough, determined. But they're also disorganized. No teamwork. Just 5 individuals trying to attack one target. Bruce is a whirlwind. He's not standing still. Constantly moving, using angles, making them run into each other, creating chaos. One attacker manages to grab Bruce from behind a bear hug. Bruce immediately drops his weight, shifts his hips, and throws the attacker over his shoulder using a judo-style hip throw. The attacker crashes through the front window. Glass shatters everywhere. That's when neighbors hear the commotion, and someone calls the police. The fight has lasted about 4 minutes, though it feels like hours. The school is destroyed, wooden dummy down, equipment scattered, window shattered. Blood on the floor. 3 of the karatekas are down and not getting up, hurt, exhausted, demoralized. Ken and 1 other are still standing, but they're breathing hard, bloodied. Clearly, outmatche. Bruce is also breathing hard. His knuckles are scraped. His shirt is torn. But he's still standing, still ready. Ken looks around at his fallen companions. His ego is shattered. This wasn't supposed to happen. 5 black belts should easily beat 1 kung fu guy. Had enough? Bruce asks. Ken's pride won't let him quit. He charges one more time, a desperate, emotional attack. Bruce sidesteps, traps Ken's arm, and applies a Wing Chun arm lock, not breaking it, but controlling it, causing intense pain. Ken drops to his knees, grimacing. Done? Bruce asks quietly. Ken, teeth gritted in pain, finally nods. Done. Bruce releases him. At that moment, police sirens wail outside. 2 police cars pull up. Officers rush in, see the destroyed dojo and injured men on the floor. What the hell happened here? Bruce explains. They came into my school and attacked me. I defended myself. These witnesses can confirm. He gestures to Linda and his students, who are now crowding back into the doorway. The police separate everyone, taking statements. The karateka's story keeps changing. First they claim Bruce attacked them. Then they claim it was a misunderstanding. Finally they admit they initiated the confrontation. Ultimately, no charges are filed. The police determine it was mutual combat, and Bruce acted in self-defense on his own property, but there are consequences. The fight makes local news. Kung Fu instructor fights off 5 attackers. Some reporters paint Bruce as a violent troublemaker. Others call him a hero defending his school. The karate school that sent the attackers is humiliated. Takeshi, their sensei, never publicly comments. Ken and the other 4 quit martial arts entirely, their confidence destroyed. Bruce's school, however, explodes in popularity. The waitlist for classes grows to over 100 people. Everyone wants to learn from the guy who fought 5 black belts and won. But Bruce is shaken. He tells Linda, "I never wanted this. I don't want to be known as a fighter. I want to be known as a teacher." Linda holds his hand. "You defended yourself, Bruce. You did what you had to do." Years later, Linda wrote, "That day terrified me. But it also showed me who Bruce really was, not someone looking for fights, but someone who wouldn't back down when cornered. That's when I knew I wanted to marry him." 5 black belts invaded Bruce Lee's school, thinking they'd expose him as a fraud. They left bloodied, humiliated, and changed. The Seattle Dojo invasion became legend, proof that Jeet Kune Do worked against multiple attackers, proof that Bruce Lee was the real deal. 1 man, 5 opponents, 4 minutes, and a school that would never be the same.